Hello and welcome back to this video series on Bayonetta 2. So this is the second video where I'm going to start tackling Chapter 1, Noatun, the City of Genesis. And I hope to goodness I said Noatun correctly, but we'll see. There we go. So last video, the practice mode didn't have this, which was, well, the loading screen didn't have the practice mode, and so much better, like where you can try out the different combos. Like, I don't even know how I did that.
The sacred mountain of Fimbulvent.
Oh man.
The joint's supposed to be the link between Inferno and Paradiso.
Okay, so we were based in North America in the first video. I'm glad to have known that.
Gates of hell. Somewhere on this mountain. No one knows where, though. Hell, no one even knows if it's true or not.
Okay.
The only reason this overgrown rock is worshipped like some god in the first place is that no one's ever been able to get close to the damn thing.
Wow, okay, so,
Like
I mean, this kind of reminds me of, if you guys have ever seen the old Indiana Jones movies, like, where they take the plane, like, and just go for different stops. I'm a fan of it, personally. I prefer it that way. Although they use digitized arrows rather than... I think the Indiana Jones movies did it better than these arrows.
Just hurry up with whatever it is you gotta do and get back there, alright? And the hotel's going on your account. With a minibar, too. Gotta keep myself busy while I'm waiting.
Seems like Central Asia. I just don't know which country.
I love those miniature drinks.
It looks like Central Asia. I mean, we flew from the States to Japan, and then went west, so it must be Central Asia. Oh, okay. Someone's hungry. Oh well. Let's see what happens
I
here.
can't believe you, Enzo. I didn't know the in-flight service was exclusive to fat Italians.
Okay, yeah. So they were trying for someone who was North American
That
Italian.
reminds me, you owe Alex the kid for the charter. Whoa!
Jeez. You know, she could ride in the plane, but no, she rides on top of it and slams her foot down while riding the airplane, which really doesn't look that stable.
That's Fimbulvent.
Not exactly the most grateful to this poor bastard. Oh man.
You gotta have a death wish to get close to that damn place, if you ask me.
Come on. Can we jump and get into the action?
Heebie-jeebies.
I'm not gonna skip the cutscenes because, I mean, come on. The guy is trying to drink while driving a plane in the middle of nowhere. Jeez. Holy smokes.
Sorry, Enzo. This is where I get off. Say hi to the wife and kids for me.
What? Wait, what? You're joking, right? I can't fly this piece of shit!
Wait, what?
Soldier can't have nice things.
Wait. So she was on the plane, driven by that guy, but that guy doesn't know how to drive the plane? Okay, I was kind of worried for a second there. We had some animal cruelty. Instead, we have a gratuitous shot of her ass. So yeah, it's slightly different take, I guess.
John, I'm on my way. Just behave yourself for a bit longer.
Oh well. Aside from that, there we go. Get to explore. Oh yeah, right. So yeah, if you look at this, I can't actually interact with these people because I'm in what they call it Purgatorio, so Purgatory. So like it's a second, it's meant to be like a world where you can't interact with its residents. To explain why, let's see. Let's go back into a panther. There we go. Yeah, I think it's a way to explain why there's all this crazy stuff happening and no one notices. What's this thing? I think that's a treasure chest. Oh, okay. Can I break it open? There we go. Okay, so break it open. Oh, right. So yeah, so in games like this, so God of War, Devil May Cry, etc., you get those like treasure chests. Like they're scattered throughout like the action scenes, and they like increase your maximum vitality or special bar or whatever the game does. So I think in here as well you can increase your magic meter as well. Okay, so we've removed all the water successfully, but the residents don't notice. I'm clearly not doing the panther thing correctly. It was because I wasn't holding the ZR button. Like, it doesn't tell you to hold it, but that's fine. You can figure it out. We've got some more notebooks. Yep, tons of notebooks. Excellent. I'm sure they make for fascinating reading. I don't think I can transform into a panther while in the water, which would make sense. There we go. We got some enemies finally, jeez. Oh, jeez. So these seem to combine to do random things. Oh yeah, so the other thing I can do in the shop at the Gates of Hell thing is like mix ingredients to kind of... Ugh, that's not good. I can mix ingredients to kind of create new items.
Is that all you've got?
It's actually quite simple last time I tried it. They usually do it automatically. And you can create quite a few items that way actually if you wanted to.
So close.
Let's see. Jeez. Yeah, airborne enemies are always the bane of this type of game because, well, gotta get it right. There we go. Get that done. Yeah, so that's how the action is broken into intersections, like this. I have no idea how I got silver. I thought I would get much worse. So yeah, they're broken into little sections, and when you complete them, you get to break the seal to the next area. And she's glowing purple because my magic meter is full. So next battle, I'll be able to like use it right away. Oh man, well, I don't know why they started with an underground water level. Ooh, Muspelheim. So, if I remember the first game, there's kind of like these secret areas where you can get extra challenges, and you get a reward if you do the extra challenge correctly. The challenges tend to actually be surprisingly hard, I find. But it's because you're meant to... Yeah, so like there I can only deal damage during witch time, so it means that I have to just avoid attacks first. And also, like, I don't have traditional health, I only have, like, this health you can see. Like the kind of free green bars health. So if I lose health, like if I'm down to 0 health, I'm done. This one is probably one of the easier ones. From what I can tell, because I guess it's the first one, and you're not, and witch time is a bit, witch time can be hard to activate. Like, I'm having definitely more trouble than it's worth on this one. There we go, finally. I'm pretty sure this isn't the last end. It was the last enemy. Really? Okay, that was really easy. Like, I was terrible there. It was a lot, yeah. So if you complete the challenge, you get, well, you get a score, but you also get whatever item is a reward. So here I got, yeah, so I got one of those collectible items to increase my magic, which I need 2 of. So yeah, so I actually like those little challenges. They tend to be like hidden in the levels and encourage a little bit of exploration. Not like This is definitely more linear game than an exploratory game, but at least it encourages you to go a little bit off the beaten path. You know, just enough. So yeah. One little nice touch is that they have kept the magic meter full, which is good. Because like in some of these games, sometimes like if you go in areas like that, it'll reset like your status bar. Like it'll say, "Oh, sorry, you have no magic left." And that's really what I was looking for earlier, by the way. Was if there was one of these down there. There we go. I got. Oh wow, that is so much better. In the first one, the items I think had to be mapped manually. That's a lot easier. Like it just tells me like if I press up, I will be able to regenerate health right away. By the way, I can tell I'm going in the right direction because of the little saving icon. Like, the way the developers make this stuff work is they put little save icons when, you know, when you get to the important parts. Yeah, yeah, maxing out, wow, that was brutal. Jesus. Should get a good score for that. Nope. Wow. Okay, so pure platinum is the highest medal you can get. So if you do a perfect, which means that you've killed everyone really fast, have a high combo score, and taken no damage, then you get pure platinum, which is really good. Like it's basically the best you can get. It's like if there was an S rank in the game, that would be like the SS rank. Like it's at, you know, or if A rank was the best, it would be A plus.
When Ed and Edna found that Daddy wasn't coming back,
Yep.
it made me stay all the way through dinner.
Don't pretend you weren't delighted. I hear Enzo's wife makes a lovely casserole.
It was damn good. I'll give you that. Anyway, tell me how my babies are doing.
They're behaving quite well.
Okay, so I think this is like meant to be the cutscene introducing you to the shop.
They would. Noatoon had some deep connections with Fimbulventer and the Gates of Hell back in its day. Wouldn't be surprised to find a few of those playmates that like it rougher than the typical bunch.
So we'll see.
Anyway, you need any supplies?
There we
Just
go.
make
Yeah.
sure you keep
This is
bringing
the
things in.
cutscene introducing you to the
And
shop.
remember, I ain't here to get up in your business.
So
My
yeah.
business is making things that do business.
So he just said.
Come crying to me when you
So he sells a bit of everything. Like he sells move
You gotta
upgrades.
do everything alone.
As well as I think you can get extra vitality, extra magic, extra moves, and extra costumes. Like if I remember the first one correctly. Let's see. Might as well like go to the shop and buy some stuff. Since I've collected quite a few Halos. So let's see if there's like an extra move. Generally the extra moves, like there's very few you'd want. Like the thing is, ultimately, like when you play a game like this, it's very rare that you remember every single move in your arsenal. You'll find like 2 or 3 that are very good, and then use those quite a lot.
Welcome to the Gates of Hell. We've lit our prices on fire, so there won't be hell to pay.
Jeez.
Come on, I gotta say.
At least this game doesn't take itself too seriously. Okay. So weapons, for example. They're just coming soon. Okay, thanks for that. What does this do? Okay, so yeah, so for example, that's pretty good actually. So instead of taking damage, or if you're going to be attacked but forget to dodge, then Witch Time activates automatically for magic. So that's pretty good. It's kind of like insurance. But you'll notice all these items are more than I have. So I'll probably skip on that. Items are quite cheap, but I'll want to avoid them if I can. Although, if I remember, yeah, you can buy. Yeah, obviously you can buy more items to. So I'm just gonna increase her vitality right away. Since you know, it's just always gonna be useful. So just increase health, and the next ones will cost more, but whatever, that's fine. Think one of these gives you an extra life, red hot shot. So yeah, if I run out of life, it'll like immediately resuscitate me, which is actually really helpful. I don't have anything for the moves, which is fine. I'm okay with the standard moveset for now. You can try out the moves as well before you buy them, which is quite nice. Yeah, this one was actually useful for... What did it do again? Oh yeah, so like if your timing's perfect, you get to like take no damage. Which, the timing has to be really, really good, by the way. It's not happening. I don't remember which of these was too good. Like, one or two looked really good, and then when you actually try to use them in a battle, it just doesn't work. I'm good for now. So we got our extra health and our, well, safety red hot shot, just in case things go wrong. Things can always go wrong. That's the gist of it. Just be careful. It's unlikely to happen so much to start with. It's more like once I get to like levels 4 or 5 plus, the difficulty is likely to go to the point where I might just randomly die. You know, because I'm not used to it. I haven't practiced or whatever. The loading times are pretty long. Okay, let's see where I go next. I guess this area. Something tells me I was in the right direction. If only because everything around me is collapsing. Okay. I like the premonition, by the way. The whole thing is like... Something's telling me that we'll be facing whatever's causing that earthquake. There we go. There we go. Can I wall kick? Yes, I can. I can double jump and then wall kick, or well, I can do it in whatever order, but I can only do it once. I don't think I can infinitely wall kick. No, I can only wall kick once. Okay, so like I can't wall kick back to back from the walls. Where do I go next though? I guess I could have just tried opening the door rather than jump over it. Let's... Remind me... I'm going to remind myself as well to open the barrels. You know, because there's extra bonus items there, so why not? Something tells me this big circle in the middle is gonna have some enemies. Just a premonition, I guess. I'm just guessing. Cutscene would work too. And there we go. Of course there are enemies. It's a big circle in the middle of the city. Of course there are enemies, for sure. I think that character is new.
What I ever do to them?
I don't think I don't remember them from the first one, so I think this character is new. Clearly a different style. Throws cards. I definitely approve of the card throwing. Very popular, by the way, from in Japan in like anime and design, like for them to use cards as weapons.
Well, at least it won't be a boring trip.
Very different choice, I guess.
Huh? You could see me.
You're putting on quite a show, little magician.
Oh, you like that, huh? Wait till you see the climax.
Okay.
Silly girl.
I'm just like looking at the square in the center, and the whole thing is flooded with water. it doesn't look like it's that center is designed for people to
You'll
go
have to do
on
better
it.
than that to earn a tip, my dear.
Like, look at the whole thing.
Who the
It's
hell are you?
I'm just
I mean-
an innocent little girl lost in Wonderland, suffering at the hands of the Queen's trumped-up troops.
Cute one, huh? Enough riddles.
like, how are people supposed to walk in?
Because
Like,
we're both in Purgatorio, you see.
okay, but by the way, you get the subtitles during the cutscene, which is why I feel super comfortable talking during it. But like, I'm just looking at the architecture of this place, and I'm like,
Are we heading to Thimbleventer on a shopping?
this isn't actually designed for people that live in this city, right? Because the water, like, you can't really walk around the water.
Stay out of my way, or I'll make sure you never get.
Like, that's the thing that's... I know this sounds weird, but it's like that tiny little detail for me. Is like, you should be able to walk on the plaza without water at some point, because if you're gonna design this for the inhabitants of a city, you'll want some kind of path that's dry. Like, it sounds like a really strange point, but yeah. Like, obviously, when you're having a character like this, like, where water is irrelevant. I mean, in terms of walking on it. Ah, good, we get to fight some enemies. These guys look a little more souped up. There we go. I do like the world of Bayonetta, like the amount of effort they put into the enemy design is really nice. I mean, considering all you're doing really is pummeling them as much as you can, but like that's successful. If you don't have to worry too much about the design of these enemies, you're probably successful. I didn't realize I was a mini boss because I didn't spot the health bar at the bottom until it was a little too late. Oh, but one nice little feature is they can get stunned, like here, and in that case, they're a lot more defenseless. Ugh. Unfortunately, just before I was about to finish him, he decided to attack. Let's finish this one. Right, let's get these things done. Than, you know, having to deal with them individually. Yeah, witch time is really useful. Like, being able to, like, get those free hits in without interruption is really nice. And there we go. Oh yeah, music CD. Like, throughout the game you get like these little bonuses, like CDs and stuff, which is quite nice. You know, it's the little touches that matter. Oh, I think these discs unlock something? I can't remember the first game, but those discs, I think maybe the ones that like unlock extra items or collectibles in the shop. I'll go in the water, by the way, to see if there's any hidden treasures. Speaking of hidden treasures, there's a hidden challenge. It's kind of predictable, actually. There's this whole underground water area, which clearly you're not using to like advance on the main storyline. So it must be used for something else. What that something else could be might be collectibles. So here... Okay, so here I have to destroy the enemies as quick as I can, because I'm on a very short timer. But I will gain extra time every time an enemy is defeated, so... yeah, just be quick, because it seems like a normal battle, that it just have to be a bit quicker, and it doesn't seem like it can activate Witch Time, which is a little frustrating here. I mean, I can, I just haven't done it yet, because I don't seem to have gotten any time now. I'm gonna have to use the urban climax. Oh, okay, that was legit. Sure. Time was running short. I was starting to get worried, but there were no other enemies, so that's good. Gold's good. Like, I would say, like, if I got a gold medal for most of challenges or steps in a stage, I'd be quite happy. Gold is a good one to aim for. It means that in a normal playthrough, you've pretty much done anything you... Sorry, I'm just having fun with this ridiculous attack. Or this one. This one's a little more ridiculous. Yeah, so in a normal playthrough, gold is probably what you would achieve if you did a level quite well. Platinum is probably what you'd achieve if you were doing replayability or trying to get the high score. But like expecting more than like if you get more than gold, great. That's just a like collectible item. I feel a little cheated. Like the last two treasure chests contain something good. Actually no, the last one only contained an item as well. Yeah, I think it's the expectancy from the first treasure chest, like that contained the extra health, and then from there I just got like some random small items. Doesn't seem like there's anything else. Yeah, so what I mean is like, look at these steps. Like if you were like walking in the city and wanted to explore like this little shrine, like look at that. Come on, like that makes no sense. The people of the city are not walking underwater, are not swimming to the center. That makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, so architectural design fault, I'd say there. It's what I call like video game syndrome. Like you just think of things in terms of like how the video game characters interact, and not necessarily how the world would be. I mean, just to be fair, the designers of this game are very good, and I'm sure it was deliberate. I mean, fundamentally, maybe in the like the normal world, that's not the purgatory. That there's no water there. But yeah, I find it like interesting, a little difference. Let's see what this thing is, anyways. We got another one of those notebooks. Okay. So we can move on to this. Oh, okay. So sweet. Walking on walls. Gotta love the walking on walls, right? And there we go. There's another big badass enemy. Just after. Whoa. Jeez.
If you're looking for the kid, he went that away.
Yeah, face on a sword. Jeez. I do like some of the character building aspects of these cutscenes. It doesn't mean that the story's necessarily super good. Like the story's more than serviceable. It's fine. But I just find it funny. It's just like the guy's like doing the bad guy monologue or good guy monologue in this case, and she just really does not care. Okay. Whoa, I took a lot of damage there by being silly, actually. Okay, there we go. Time to unleash some damage. I'd say that was okay. Yeah, the witch time stuff is super helpful. Like, just the fact he's not moving is awesome. Because otherwise I have to face this huge sword. Okay, so I'm actually fighting oh my gosh. Am I actually fighting the sword, or I damage it whether I hit the sword or the leg, so seems safe to assume I can do both. But maybe attacking the sword might do more damage. Seems improbable because it seems really hard to just attack that sword. Instead, I'll just brute force my way through it. Like this. There we go. Almost. Yeah. There we go. Button mashing time. Get there. Jeez. Just destroys the enemy. Yeah, gold's good. I'm good with gold. Took too much damage to... I mean, I took too much damage to, like, expect more than gold. Let's do this challenge, y'all. Muscle Pelheim. Muscle Pelheim? Oh well, whatever. Challenge area. So, what do we have? Uh-oh. So, if you've seen me play, I don't really care about how many hits I take. This might be a hard one. I am not good at not taking hits, so... Especially not from these guys, jeez. Although, because I'm dodging so much, I basically activate Witch Time a lot more, so... Yeah, there we go. There we go. I suspect some of these challenges may be easier with, like, equipment. Like that equipment that, like, if you get attacked, activates Witch Time. Would make this much easier. Not that it matters, because I actually completed it. Which is good. Platinum, yeah, like considering you have to take no damage, it makes sense that I get a platinum, because most of the time, me not getting a good medal is going to be because I took too many hits, so... Obviously in the challenge where I take no hits, like, that's always going to be perfect. Okay. I do like the design, though. Like, it's... Like, here, for example, it's extremely colorful. I like how they've done, like, how they put the light from the stained glass. It's nice to get those touches. Another lollipop. I apologize dearly for you guys having to hear that's the beginning of any singing there. Let's see. There we go. So I got a moon pearl. So, yeah, makes the magic meter go up 1. The magic meter, like, ultimate attack consumes 8, so I can go to 9 and, like, have 1 saved. It's not, 1 is not that useful, but, well, like, when you get 4 or 5, it can be quite useful, because you can fill it the whole way, unleash a magic attack, and then possibly get some of it back. By the way, you might have noticed, like, some of the enemies are described as first sphere, second sphere, third sphere. The assumption is that the smaller the sphere, so if it's first sphere, the more important it is. So the main enemies will come from the first sphere, and the second and third sphere are kind of the lesser enemies. Sweet, pure platinum. That was actually pretty good. Obviously, this is the first level, so I expect higher scores to start with.
They're after you too, then. Have you been naughty? Keeping secrets from Mummy?
Nope.
Jeez.
Never comes to my love. Sorry. But since this is your bloody mess, do you mind hurrying the fuck up and getting rid of this thing?
Now, that's no way to talk to a lady.
I can actually walk in this cutscene,
No wonder your
which is a bit
guardian
strange because I
angels
can't
tried to
do
give you
anything.
a good spanking.
Whatever, love. You've already been following me, so let's make a deal. You save me, I'll show you around this joint. Heading to Fimbulventer, aren't we? That makes 2 of us.
So yeah.
It'll take 2 of us, won't it, love?
Obviously, when you see the character, you know you're working with him at some point.
The day they taught basic negotiation skills. You're supposed to negotiate from a position of strength, little one. Not just be a one-trick pony.
I don't know, they seem to fling cards, they seem good. Let me guess, that thing is gonna, like, blow up.
Fuck that trick. See? You need my power too.
Okay. She just got annoyed, she just started using her guns again.
That works too, I suppose.
I I don't have time to give a shit about who you are or why you're going to the mountain. Take me there and make it quick. You stay with me, and I promise you'll end up in one piece. Got it?
Jeez.
Wait, stop!
She's
Before
brutal.
I show you the way, love, you gotta agree to a little condition.
Do we need to go over my lesson again? First, learn to talk to a lady. We don't react very well to being insulted, little one.
Well then, I don't react to being called little one. The name's Loki. And what should I call you,
Low-key.
I mean, man.
My general experience with any kind of media where you have someone called Loki is don't trust them.
So
That's usually the gist of it. Don't trust anyone called Loki. Never ends well.
Well then, Bayonetta it is. Let's move, little one.
Hey! I just told you my name is...
You'll earn your name when you become a man.
Jeez. She's brutal. Just no mercy whatsoever. Okay, so I got a recipe to concoct something. I'm okay for now. Like you can basically concoct most of the basic items. I don't think you can do anything exclusive. But probably one or two items might be exclusive, but I think most of it is just the healing items. Let's just unlock more treasures. An invincibility shield. That's always a good item. Okay. And obviously we got our enemies now. That blue bar, I'm pretty sure is our helper's life or life bar. Ugh. I've taken a hit. Pretty nasty one of that. I'd like not to use items, but I'm starting to run a little low on health. I've noticed as well that like the enemy's attacks seem to be a little more generous in terms of the witch time. Maybe that's just coincidence, but it seemed a little slower, giving me more time. But yeah, you can already spot the how shall I say? Thankfully I collected some healing item from the battle, so that's good. Whoa! Yeah, I'm gonna need... Jeez. This is really non-stop. Just trying to find where to go. I mean... The enemies just won't stop. Are there any more than this, or...? Ugh. That's bad. I took damage for no reason there. Huh, where's the last enemy? Oh, there he is. Right. You always gotta like that, right? Where's the next enemy? Oh, this big thing. Right. Sure. Jesus. So I should avoid this thing's attacks because they're probably going to destroy me. I was correct on the... I should. I didn't, but that's, you know. Whoa. Yeah, it seems like our companion's life roll is pretty protected compared to mine. Ooh, that's a lot of damage from this one section. I'd be surprised if I got a bronze, to be honest, after this. Okay, time to tank our way through this enemy. Wow, this is a really resilient enemy. Maybe I'm not targeting the weak spot right? Ugh. This is a lot of damage. I would like to avoid using an item, but I probably will if I take another hit, because, yeah, I have to. Oh wait, can I not use an item, or? what's going on. There we go. Yeah, I don't like using it because I lose the no item bonus, but while the other option is like, you know, dying, and because the no item bonus is exactly this, yeah, seems better to restore the vitality there. Jeez, this boss. Oh man, come on, just get down. Finally. I'm not gonna have a good score for this section. Probably bronze. Maybe silver at a push. Yeah, bronze. The cool thing though is I get to pick up this thing. So one thing you can do from the first game is you can pick up weapons and then use them. I'm okay, I don't need to go to the gates of hell or whatever it is. Let's see. I like the nice little peaceful town. Or the setting they try to put. I don't like that I'm limited. Like, I can't go into the water for some reason.
Try to keep up.
Sure.
Hey, wait!
I like to try to keep up. Holy smokes. What the heck? There we go. This guy was foreshadowed from the start. Jeez.
Sure, just because you asked, tall, dark, and ugly, that makes total sense.
Jeez. Well, I know where I'm going to use the weapon. Okay. Let's see, how do I fight this thing? The gun aspect is quite easy. Okay, so if I avoid his attack with Witch Time, then that allows me a much easier attack. Because otherwise, like, he retracts too easily and it's a little... Yeah. Seems like Witch Time's not necessary, but it definitely increases the damage output, because... Especially if the enemy evades, like, right after. Jeez. This game is awesome for, like, things like this. Like, the action is ridiculous. Like, I just fought, like quite the mini-boss, like, just now, and now I have to take on this thing. Although, in some ways, this thing feels a little easier than the mini-boss. Mostly because its attacks are a little easier to predict, it deals a little less damage. And also you've just faced the mini boss, so I don't know how much pain you can actually sustain. There we go. I wouldn't be surprised if there's another form. There might not be though. This may be it. If I witch, there we go. That's what you want, is usually that Witch Time plus Unbrand Climax. That's tons of damage. And now we get to finish this out. By the way, if you're wondering why she like all of a sudden doesn't seem to have clothes, her clothes are entirely made out of hair, and her attacks are entirely made out of hair. So if you combine the two, if she uses too many of her more powerful attacks, well, then it has to use all her hair, so most of her clothes go off. Which is an interesting concept, to say the least. But yeah.
What the hell are you doing? Let go of me!
I actually like the design of the clothes in the second one.
What's all this sovereign business about?
Not a clue, love.
That she's wearing. Like the one in the prologue cutscene, that like that what was it? Like that really weird, the outfit with the really weird hat that was white, was really funny. Just because her character is like completely different to it.
Any more of your friends, you'd better learn to take care of yourself.
I'm quite alright on my own.
Yeah.
Got it?
Your tricks aren't going to work forever, little one.
Jeez. So brutal.
More tricks, little magician.
Okay,
Maybe you've got more to offer than I expected.
that's cool. We found the ferret.
Being though, stay here and don't get frisky.
There. That is the one,
Okay.
is it not?
I'm sure that was
I will never forget that face.
probably exactly where I think it was, but whatever. I'm not gonna call. Jeez. And we get some more foreshadowing. Is that the end of the chapter? That's a bit weird. Like, it felt a bit anticlimactic, actually, because that second one was silver. Oh, so it seems like I've missed some sections. Like, my average is definitely... I think my average is higher than silver because I have a couple of platinum ones. So my average is probably gold, but there's free black ones, aka there's free sections free fights I've not done because I've missed them. So oh well, it's what it is. That's a shame, but can't do anything about it. Yeah, so when I said it's anticlimactic, what I meant by that is maybe the second boss, like the boss I fought him just before, felt a lot harder, like a lot tighter. And then this boss I was like, well, he seems a lot easier. And you know, that's just my feeling. Leaders of the Armor. We get all these books. I don't even know. I guess they help for the lore. Okay. So let's actually go to the store. How do we get to the store? Shop. That's a good one. Let's see if we can purchase some moves to set up for the next couple of chapters.
Well now, looks like you've...
Let's skip that cutscene because it's just coming. Oh, I skipped in introducing some weapons. So, okay, so I think that Golden Angelic CD disc I found unlocked a weapon to purchase. So what does this do? Oh. So I can equip it on both arms and legs. That sounds better than any custom move I can do. What's this? Okay, so these are I think these are cosmetics or... Yeah, so these are all the cosmetic options. Yeah. Yeah, so that description is not innocent. I think that's the Star Fox costume. So wait, what costume would that be? No, I think this is a variant of the sorry for going back and forth of the kimono costume from the first one. This seems to be the Star Fox alternate costume. I'm sure there's way more, but yeah. So I purchased the weapon. I wonder if they equip automatically? Let's check if they do actually. I think the weapons just equip automatically, so I don't even know how it looks. Oh well. What is this? The end. Is it actually the end of the game, or I would hope not, but let's see what's here. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, that's the I think I know what this is. So that intro cutscene where you get to learn the moves, I think that's what this is. I wasn't sure, so I think I'm just gonna skip it if it is that. We're back to the loading screen without practice. Yeah, okay, so that's the... yeah, okay, fair enough. Can I not leave this level since I've completed it? Worst case scenario, yeah, it doesn't seem like I can skip that cutscene. Huh. It looked interesting, I don't think in the first one I actually could go back, which is why I was a bit surprised. Like in the first one, you can't go back to the very opening scene. You can do the prologue, but you can't do the equivalent scene. Or at least I don't remember being able to. Let's see if I can skip this. If I can't, I can just collect some halos. I can post to Miiverse. But I'm actually okay. I'm gonna go back to the chapter select. To be honest, actually, I'm quite happy calling it here. So in the next video, I'm gonna check out chapter 2. See how the new weapon looks out and all that good stuff. Yeah. So thanks for watching, and yeah, stay tuned for chapter 2. So that'll be the third part of this video series.